another episode of Another in the Fire. Thank you guys for joining us. Another day, another episode here in the fire with us. Don't forget that my name is Claudia.
I'm Casey.
I'm Vanjie.
And thank you for being in the fire with us.
Yeah. We're still celebrating Mother's Day week.
Yes.
We got 2 weeks to weekend.
It's our month.
It's our month.
Yeah, we want to thank you guys for showing so much love in our previous episode with our guest speaker, Miss Sonia. Shout out Sonia for coming in and sitting down in the couch with us. And thank you guys that went in and watched it and liked it and commented and shared it and did everything.
And we added her as a friend.
Yes.
Because she posted her business stuff on there.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's the previous episode before this one. And go show some love.
Yes.
So this episode... Wait. How was y'all's week? Before we get started.
I was like, let's just dive right in.
I know. Everything's great. It's Mother's Day weekend.
It was my birthday. I said that the last time. It's been my birthday, guys.
Yeah. Nothing y'all want to share?
No. Let's just go right in.
Okay.
These episodes make me nervous.
So if you guys don't follow us on our social media platforms, I encourage you guys to go follow. We left a little ask us anything questions. We just wanted to have y'all, we come in here and we talk and we start conversations and, however, we wanted you guys to participate and you guys came through. You guys sent some questions, some juicy ones, and...
Yeah, because you put anything.
Yeah.
Ask us anything. I seen that and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah. Narrow it down, please. Anything.
Anything.
So, yeah.
Anything you want.
I'm like,
so you guys did come through. You guys did ask some really good questions. And not only just because you guys wanted to get to know us a little more, but also some questions that you guys wanted some of our wisdom. You like my knowledge. And just to put it out there, this is just our opinion. This is nothing that, you take personally. This is just
our perspective.
And sometimes y'all know how we answered questions, so y'all are asking us on purpose because you want to know what we're going to say. So, just saying.
You want us to say it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one I thought was interesting because it makes me feel like that we have new people coming on and asking us that haven't seen our previous episodes, because I believe we've talked about it a lot. But one of them was like, how long have we been married and how many kids do we have?
Oh, dang.
I've been married 25 years. We've been together 33 years. Let me just say that out there.
Yeah.
Because that counts. And we have 4 kids.
4 kids.
I have been married going on 3 years. Y'all can go watch my episode because I'm bad with dates. And we have 2 girls together. We're a blended family, so we have 2 girls.
Yeah. I have been married for 6 years, and we are a blended family as well, and we have a total of 4 girls. So, So
you're the only one. You're poor boys. You have 2 boys, and they're the only boys every time.
Yep. They're the
all girls.
Yes. In this whole, in this group.
This group. So every time we get together, it's just
Like Nico has to make friends with the girls.
Yeah, he never.
Yeah.
Or he just makes friends with
the guys.
Men.
Yeah. Today he was all under Layla's wing.
Yeah.
He's like, as soon as she gets here, I'll get off Mom. I was like, okay.
Okay, so this other one is, again, I know that we have new listeners, and this one was good. What inspired you to start your podcast? Who wants to answer that?
They did.
You brought it up once, and then I was like, oh my God, me and my friend have always talked about it, blah, blah, blah. But then months went by, and out of nowhere, she was like, we need to hurry up and do it. Let's do it. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. So the more you watch our podcast, you will understand Claudia's like personality of like, we're going to do this. Let's do this. Set a deadline. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
We had no idea that Vanjie had this in previous conversations, thought about it.
So many years.
Like, we had no idea. It was just something that we were like, imagine the conversations we had if we had cameras recording us and then we could just like,
so we were
stream
like
it.
joking
Like, it was
about
just
it.
like
Yeah.
on a whim.
Yeah.
I think on my side, I have a group of friends that we've also talked about like open like having a podcast, but it never came through. It was just like a conversation, and then I really enjoy our conversations because just how we have conversations on camera, like we really have really deep conversations out of camera, and I thought it was good for just, hey, why don't we just turn on the cameras and just have these conversations?
We got confirmation after confirmation.
Yeah.
Like, it was brought up, and then we came up with the name, and then it was preached on. So it was like confirmation, and then we were like,
we gotta do it.
We gotta do it.
But also on my side, well, not only on my side, on our side, we're believers, and a lot of people outside that are non-believers think that we're gonna throw like the Bible at them, or that we're gonna like
everything's God.
Yeah, everything is about God. But I kind of
Yeah.
also wanted everybody to see that we're normal people, but we living a normal life, but we just love the Lord, and we wanted y'all to be a part of it. So
that was always the goal, was
like
just
the
to have
stigma,
normal, regular living room conversations. And be honest and transparent as much as we can, because I'm not gonna tell you all my business, but as much as we can, so people can see like, okay, they're women, they're moms, they're sisters, they're whatever, but they have faith, and it's possible to keep doing life.
And what that looks like friendship, what healthy friendship looks like, because so many women and men, they don't even know. Like, I was talking to a girl a few days ago, and we were talking about, growing up with the dad versus not growing up with the dad, growing up in a home that you had married parents versus I only had a mom or I only had a dad. It's the same thing with friendships. Like, when you don't know what healthy friendships is and looks like and acts like and sounds like, then you don't know when you're not in a healthy friendship group. So for me, that was a big part of it, because you don't know what you don't know. And some people really like go through day-to-day life and have these friends that are really not healthy for you. So what does that look like, and how do I recognize, hey, this is not normal?
And people listen to this and they probably think like, oh, it's just for show, or it's just a podcast, they turn it off and turn it on, but we really don't. Like, we don't turn it off.
You come hang out with us anytime.
It's seriously like this all the time. I want us to actually have conflict so y'all could see, but we really don't. Like,
we don't.
We work it out as quick as it even, or it doesn't even happen.
Yeah. We just talk about it, and then...
Or we know each other's boundaries also.
Yeah.
And respect. I think that respect is a big deal. And relationships, friendships, they don't have respect for one another. Yeah. They step all over each other or tell each other whatever.
Yeah,
they don't care how they
to
feel.
Be like, oh my God, she's da-da-da-da-da. Like, we're like, no, hey, you okay? You good? Because you're acting like whatever. Like,
why are you so quiet? Like, something bothering you? Or like...
And a lot of times it's hard to have like a group of friends. Mm-hmm. Because then...
They get
cliquey. Yes. And the side conversations, and then they tend to like leave one out or talk about the other one. Crazy. I hate girlfriends like that. Like, wait, what? Aren't we all friends? Why can't you go to her and tell her? And that doesn't happen.
Or just put
it in the group. I don't know if that happens, but I'm saying that don't happen.
No. Whenever I was like, there was like we were in our group chat, and then I mentioned something, and you're like, oh wait, what happened with that? I'm like, I didn't tell you, so who did I tell? Like, it was either Casey or like, but then
or your husband.
Or so I always assume like they know every conversation I'm talking about, but sometimes I forget that I talk to just Vanjie either like at prayer or whatever, and then sometimes, and I'm thinking that everybody,
because you shared the question she asked about, you had shared it at our Connect group. So I think you felt like, I told everybody, but she wasn't able to make
missed
it. So I was like, when did we talk about that? And it was at Connect group.
Yeah.
So, I don't even remember what it was.
See, things like that.
I don't even know what it was. So stuff like that, it's just, but no, I always feel like we said this before in our friendship, like, I don't know how we got to this about our friendship,
They asked how we started
about
the podcast.
Okay, yeah.
It really is based off friendship.
Yeah. But I feel like we always say Angie's the mom of the group. Or
And we know she hates that.
And I always look at the camera like, really?
She's our older sister.
Hello?
There you go. Older sister. Let's change it like that.
Because y'all can relate to that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you either are the older sister or you have one.
Because I'm 10 years older than you. There's no way I could be her mama.
No.
But I'm like 15 years older than you, and I could be your mama.
Yeah,
for
that
real.
would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I could be your
This is like Brittany.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Crazy.
I'm going to call your mom and ask her how she dealt with you.
That one comment just made her brain
I
like...
know. I could be your mom. Yeah, that's good.
I had my baby at 15, so definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into the questions.
Deeper.
Deeper.
I was like,
Deeper.
wait, that was...
I know. Wasn't that one?
Deeper questions. One of y'all sent us, how do you maintain godly boundaries? Who wants to start on that one?
I don't understand. Like godly boundaries? Like between how much God is too much versus like...
No, like boundaries that you set with people, right? But they're
But
biblical boundaries, not just...
That's how I understood it. Like,
Yeah.
how can
Okay,
I,
y'all answer first.
if I'm trying to be a godly woman, how can I set godly boundaries?
with
Like,
people. We actually just had this conversation.
Okay.
So, yeah, like you don't cause your sister or brother to stumble. So how do you keep those boundaries where you don't do that?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think for
That's
me
how I'm
a big
taking it.
one is for me when I think about godly boundaries, I think like younger me, ignorant me, I had to learn how to have like boundaries for my integrity, boundaries for my character, things like that. Like they are godly boundaries, but they're also for me. So when I think of like how do I maintain godly boundaries is for my own growth and protection and the growth of other people. So when we talk about like not doing stuff around other people, I don't want to hinder their growth either. So to me, it aligns godly. But yes, I want to be a good person. Like,
Yeah, and some things that you consider like good for you that are not harmful to you, maybe for someone else. So that's why it's so important.
In my head, what comes whenever it says godly boundaries is whenever it takes me back to whenever I had to learn godly boundaries because of my spouse.
yeah.
You know, he would. So in my head, dating aspect.
Yeah.
You know, that's where my head goes because that's when actually I had to learn these boundaries.
They were put on you.
Because she was lustful.
So, dating wise, I would say like, I don't know, like I guess never be alone, you know, like be in public places. And then it's not specific in this question if it's like dating wise, self-wise, or, you know, I don't know.
I would take it as just character in general.
Oh, character.
I mean, because God sees everything everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's through the dating phase courting? The courting phase that I went through, my husband now taught me how to have boundaries for myself and protect my integrity and just know that, you know, like not, I don't know.
Don't be throwing yourself out there,
I
girl.
know.
Girl, cover it up.
She's trying to sugarcoat this.
Yeah, she's trying to be
He
wise.
said,
with
whoa,
her
girl. I am a man of God.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just like protect. And after that, I understood how your integrity is very important in any aspect, you know, as a married woman, as a single woman, as a woman in general, you know, like.
Yeah, and that taught you the difference between a worldly man who doesn't have faith, doesn't follow Christ, versus one who does.
Yeah.
So that's important. Like when we represent ourselves, that's the difference between people who they shouldn't follow or ask advice versus people who do follow Christ and they should ask advice.
Yeah.
Godly women versus worldly women.
Yes.
Someone who's going to tell you, girl, cheat on him.
Yeah.
You know, or screw her, talk about her. You know, those kind of responses versus pray for them.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
I think also when you were talking about that and then hearing you now, it made me remember So after service this past weekend, I don't know, maybe she's the one that put the question in, but I got asked. So one of my friends, her dad went to go visit our church, and I was so excited because I never met him, and I'm good friends with her. So I was like, oh my God, nice to meet you. And I went up and he was like, can I send a photo to my daughter showing that I met her friend? And I was like, yeah. So when I took the photo, I didn't realize I did it, but I put my hands behind my back and I kind of just like leaned, like took a photo. And he was like, thanks, okay, bye. Like, I just, like, that was it. I didn't hug him. I'm not doing all this extra stuff. Like, that's my friend's dad.
Yeah.
And so when I walked off, one of the ladies, she's like, how do you know when to, like, shake hands, when to hug, when to, like, how do you know that? And I'm like, thinking godly boundaries, because I'm a married woman. Yes, that's my friend's dad, but I've never met this man before. Like, I'm not going to hug him and take a selfie with him. Like, I'm still going to respect myself. I'm still going to respect my husband. And I'm going to respect him. Like, when you think godly boundaries, like, yes, that goes in line with godly, like, respecting the men of God. Because just because he's not a pastor or deacon or whatever, he is a man of God. And having that mutual respect. So that is something, too, is being mindful of how you are when you're in public with people. Like, just throwing that out there.
That's good.
That is a question that people ask, like, how do you know when to hug or shake hands or something? Like, I'm a hugger, so I'm always, like, side hugging everybody.
Yeah.
But not a new person from the church or, you know, like, somebody that I never met. You know, I'm not going to go randomly side hug. I give my hand. However, like, if we've done life together and stuff like that, it's like a side hug.
Yeah.
I will rarely front hug people.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
same here.
I front hug, but I really feel like they're like brothers to me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, if
it just
like,
depends.
I've known them for years. We've hung out. We've watched them do life, and I don't do it all the time. But when I feel like, man, they need a hug, right? Like, I give them a good bear hug. Yeah. Because I know that they see me as a sister too. Like, it's super innocent. And two, you can.
I'm like, there's a whole fly right. What is it with that
sometimes? Always. If you guys have watched previous episodes, all of a sudden, like, I don't know if it's like the likes that we have here that attract these bugs. Or
I was really trying not to get distracted, but then I see Casey's head.
Oh, let me help you out.
Felt the wind on my ear.
Take two.
Take three.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah. What's your biggest lesson from failure?
Gosh, that's a deep one. I gotta think.
Biggest lesson from failure.
What came to mind to me is that if you wake up the next day, you always have the opportunity to get up and change what you didn't like. You know, like, I don't think there's a failure part. Like,
you feel like a failure.
You feel like it, but you can always come back from it. If you get another day, like, get up and try it again, or try it differently. You know, like, and I don't really think. Because it's a choice. Like, yes, you fail at something, but get back up and
learn
continue.
from it.
Yeah, learn from it.
That would be my answer.
Yeah.
Just because we want to fail to grow, I feel like. So
I feel like I hate failure. I hate feeling like I failed at something or I messed up. I'm really hard on myself internally about that. So I try not to do it. Not to be perfect, but be very mindful. Yeah. And of course I'm going to mess up anyway. But for me, it's that, like, learning the lesson so I don't do it over and over. And I've always been like that. If I see someone else getting in trouble, I'm like, okay, lesson learned. I don't even have to do it myself. I'm good. Yeah. So I've always taken the lesson out of, for one, I hate failure. I hate the way it feels, but also it's embarrassing. And I had to learn how to not be embarrassed, learn from it, get back up, pull your big girl pants up, suck it up, and stay humble. Yeah. Like, remain humble. Yeah. Because I feel like when I fail, it's because I'm big-headed.
Yeah, I think when I fail, it's the same thing.
I got too big for my britches.
Yeah, it's not always my fault. But when we talk about failing, like, I think the most important thing is to remember what could you learn out of it. Like Angie said, failing sucks, and avoiding it or dismissing it is not gonna help you. Yeah. If you completely, like, if I fail at something, or I fail my kids or my husband, whatever, at work, whatever it is, it does nobody any good for me to be like, I didn't fail.
Or like, to put your tail between your legs and hide.
Learn the lesson, move forward, apply the change that needs to be made. Like, for me, that's the best thing with failure is you got to learn something out of it. Mm-hmm. And if you don't find it and you're just so prideful, like, well, I didn't learn anything, I just failed. Well, that's your problem.
Yeah. Or you become too prideful where you can admit you failed, but you don't change. Yeah. You didn't change from it.
I think I agree with both of y'all. Like, it's just, I feel like it's inevitable that you're going to fail at something. You're not perfect. It's going to happen, you know? Like, it's just getting back up and trying again or trying it differently. And I really don't see failure as, like, a word. It's just, like, I learned the lesson, let's figure it out, you know, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I get it. I think that after a while you learn how to not label it failure because you're not a failure.
Yeah. And remember, your words are powerful. Your words are powerful. So speak life, you know, like you don't want to put that out there, I'm a failure, or, you know, like, no, rebuke that immediately.
Yeah. Everybody needs to learn. Of course we're going to mess up. We're going to fall.
Yes.
That happens.
Okay, how do you encourage women who feel unworthy?
I feel like we get these women a lot. Like, I don't know what
we get these questions a lot.
Well, yeah, like, I don't know what it is with, like, the time, the world we live in right now, like, nowadays. Yeah. But women, to me, and I say this with grace because of what I have been through, so don't come for me. Don't ask my opinion. But I feel like women put ourselves in a place where we value other people's opinions so much that when things don't go according to other people, we feel less worthy. And if there's anything I can teach you through this podcast, I say it all the time. I tell it to my girls all the time. Like, don't ever give anybody that much authority over you. Yeah. That they diminish your self-worth, your self-value. Like, nobody has that much power, and nobody should have that much power over you. Like, so when we talk about women, like, that are feeling unworthy, girl, take your power back. Like, that's what I would tell women, is to learn to not allow other people to have such a hold, have such a grasp on you that they allow you to feel this way.
Yeah. I would add, because that's great, I love all that, I would add that it truly does come from a lack of identity. So if you don't know who you are, and of course I'm going to say in Christ, because I don't want you to think your identity is in social media or who you are in your job, your positions, your titles, or even as a mom. That's not your identity. Yeah. That is what you're doing. You're raising kids. You have a title, but that's not your identity. And even being a wife, that's not your identity. That is something that God blessed you with. Again, that's a title, a position. But reminding women, because you can get lost in being a wife and a mom and everything for everyone else. And at work, you have a specialist number 2 title, like, you know, you're a boss or whatever. Your identity really is in Christ. Who is Christ? And since we are supposed to be imitators of Christ, that's who we are as well. Yeah. So once you find that out, nothing else is going to faze you, and no one else is going to be able to hold you prisoner to what they think you are or who they see you as or you should be. Because husbands will tell their wives, like, that's your job. No, that's what I'm blessed to do. Or kids.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, or kids. Like, that's your job. That's not my job. That is a privilege. I want to be nurturing. I want to be a mom, the best mom I can be. I want to be a wife and take care of you, but don't make that my identity.
Yeah, that is not who you are.
Because I'm a human, I'm a person. God breathed life into me just like he did you.
And we will make mistakes in those areas. So when you do, like talking about failure, then you'll feel unworthy. When really, like Angie's saying, your identity is not tied to that. When you do fail, because we will.
Because we will fail, and then you feel unworthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whenever unworthy comes, it kind of, and thinking about this woman that sent this question, it's just like, makes me think what happened that makes you feel that way. Because when I felt unworthy, because I've been there, it was whenever I got cheated on, you know, like obviously not in my marriage. I'm not like, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
That's when I felt my like unworthiness, you know, and that's whenever I was like, who am I as a woman, as a wife, as a mother?
What did I do
wrong? What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
I kept on blaming myself, and then I came to realize that I had lost love for myself.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know what my worth was, because I poured out so much as a wife, as a mother, as a friend, or
and
whatever.
it still wasn't good enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then that's where, whenever this question came up, I'm all like, I had to learn how to love myself and know like who I was, you know, like, and I think that's the greatest thing. Like, if you love yourself, in relationship wise, how do you know how somebody's gonna love you if you don't even love yourself?
Yeah.
You know, like, so whenever I figured what I wanted and to love myself in general, that's whenever I knew my worth. I know what I can bring to the table. I know what I can do for you. I know, like, as a wife, as a mother, as a working woman, whatever it is. And once I knew my identity, you know, I mean, myself, like me loving myself, that's whenever I felt worthy to know what my boundaries were. Because boundaries are important, very important to your self-love.
If women hear all of this, like, you know, finding your identity and loving yourself, if you still put it into worldly attributes or perspective, you're going to just become selfish. So you really do have to be grounded in faith. Because I hear a lot of women, I love myself, but they miss all the good guys. Like, good is not good enough for them because they got so in love with themselves. They think they deserve, you know, the yachts and the Lamborghinis, and God's trying to give them a Toyota because maybe you can't even handle a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to take care of it. And that's materialistic stuff. So what are you going to do with a man worthy of being a man, right? Like, who's going to come and take care of you. You're going to respect him. He's going to take hold of that household. He's going to lead you, guide you, protect you, versus someone who's going to throw everything at you and not respect you at all. Just give you gifts.
But y'all look good together.
Yeah, but you're pretty.
Yeah, you're pretty.
But there's a difference between like what the world tells us loving ourselves is and identity versus what we're talking about. A huge difference.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good question. Okay.
Do I want it?
I know. Should we?
So Starbucks or
I'm
Dutch
like-
Bros? No. Do you want me to fill in the time?
Do you want me? No.
Okay. As a single man, what should I be looking out for in the dating world? So this is a man.
Oh wow.
And Jesse.
Yeah, for real.
I was trying to figure out like
How to
So
say it.
they want to
so
know
as
what
sisters,
to be
you know, like
careful.
to our single brother.
Okay.
You know, like if we tell he's in the dating world.
What should they do?
This is so good because
I'm like, you asked. She's
Because-
gonna answer.
because I always want to tell a brother negative. But we've had these conversations with y'all's friend, and I used to always tell him, no, nah, swipe left.
That's not the
I just
one.
feel it. It ain't the one. But sister, sister answers. That's what we would say. She looks manipulative, so let's find out if she is, because that's a number one red flag, manipulation.
Yes.
I
think too, like, to me, if she's very, like, unhinged, like, all over the place, she got some healing to do. If her emotions are all over the place, she needs healing. Like, I don't know how to say that.
And it's okay to be emotional and have feelings, but
not off the edge. Like, super happy, says one thing she's mad. Yeah. Like, if you're walking on eggshells for her because of her, like...
how she's going to respond.
Response. Thank you. Because words... I'm trying to be very careful how I say things, but be very mindful of how she reacts to things, situations, stuff like that. Because she's telling you a lot about who she is and where she's at right now in her walk, in her life.
Mm-hmm. And you got to be delicate with emotional women and know what you're getting yourself into.
You know what you're getting into, because my husband knew what he was getting into.
My husband did. We were young, so he took it all from the womb.
So
manipulation, though, let's dissect that, because people don't know what that looks like, and women... I'm just going to tell us, we can be very manipulative.
We can use a lot of things.
I wish I had ice cream. Could be a form of manipulation.
Or like when I tell my husband, are you going to leave the light on? I'm really telling him, can you turn the light? Like, there's a lot of different ways.
Yes. I mean, they're not hurtful, but it's still the same. And it goes as far as, darn, I forgot my card in the car, or I didn't know it was going to be this, referencing to paying for themselves when you do go out, because I've heard women like, darn,
that's a real thing. Like, I see
they
on
want
the
to
internet
be paid for.
That girls accept dates because they just want dinner.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing.
Yeah, they're like, a girl's gotta eat.
Yes. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So they start referencing like kind of like money stuff. Yeah, that'll be a red flag for me. Girl, get your own money. Don't be looking for other people's money.
Because, like, I know for me, my husband pays for everything. Like, even we have the same joint account. He's paying off that same card, but he's paying for it. Some women will take advantage of that. Like, that you're a man of God and you want to pay for the dates and pay for the dinner. Great. Do what God told you to do. But be mindful if she's taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Like...
I would say, as your sister, if she says yes to everything, that's a red flag. Like, she has to have her own identity. Like,
her own mind.
Her own mind. Like, she can't. She's perfect. She agrees with everything. Red flag. Cause
she's just trying to get you.
Yeah. There's something there. Like a yes girl. Like, you don't want a yes girl. You want somebody that has boundaries, that has their opinions, that has their own thoughts, and whatever it may be. So that's something. If she's saying yes to everything, she's just trying to like.
Yeah. And men don't even want deeper conversations. But if you are a man who wants a deep conversation, make sure you are dating or courting a woman, interested in a woman who wants to have conversations.
Yeah.
Like, if she's surface and she's not telling you things, like details, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you should already know details just from courting.
Yeah.
Personality, likes, dislikes.
Respects herself.
Yeah, respects herself. How does she conduct herself in public?
How much baggage she has. Because...
Again, if you like that kind of woman and you can nurture her
as a sister,
feel free.
As a sister, I was having this conversation with one of my friends, and we were talking about like the dating life in today's world, right? And then she was just like saying like, oh no, she has too much baggage. Let her figure out herself, and then like. Don't pursue her, basically. Like, let her... So it made me think about, like...
what she has going on in her life.
But sometimes you don't find that out until after you're even married, that you have baggage.
But I think
married couples take that out of each other. You know, like they'll... all of a sudden, you'll see something and like, oh, crap, I didn't even know I was dealing with that. And then all of a sudden, you have mental health issues. And the guy's like, well, crap, what did I get myself into?
Yes.
But if you're already dating, you should be mindful of like clues. like Casey mentioned, all the emotions and the up and down, double-mindedness, always switching their mind, or can't hold a job. I mean, and,
something that came up. Discernment. Pray for your discernment. Because if you have that feeling, something ain't right. Something ain't right.
I'm over here being petty. Like, I'm like, if she told you she just got out of a relationship and it's not been a year,
you're a rebound.
You're definitely a rebound.
The answer is no.
Yeah, give that girl.
Y'all are getting spiritual, and I'm thinking all these like. No.
Tell her, okay, we'll come back at me in 6 months or however.
And if you go to church with us and you want to know on a personal level, you come see it. We'll tell you.
Honestly, men and women should do that, though. Like, how long has it been since you've been in a relationship? Okay, well, if you're still single in 6 months, and we can, come back around to that.
I've seen this post on my feed. And it was saying, our first date, I'm taking you to the local bar in town because I want to know who you know.
Yeah.
I'm not like, ooh.
Oh, that's funny.
Because that will tell you.
Okay, and
but don't be going to bars.
Yeah. I was gonna try to.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It was just a funny.
I'm gonna take you to the bank. See who knows you.
Yes.
Okay, since we are in the single dating era, but this one is from a female now. It says, what advice would you give a single woman waiting on God? Because I like that question, because the Bible does say your husband finds you. You're not looking for your husband.
Yes.
So what advice would you give a single woman waiting on God?
I think that goes back to your identity. Focus on God. Focus on your walk and how to serve God, how to get involved in your church. I think if you're waiting on God, that thing, do what waiters do and serve. Mm-hmm. Find your avenue, find what keeps you busy. Because some women, like me, if you don't stay busy, idle's time is the devil's time.
Yes.
You gotta stay busy, girl, because if not, that thought will always creep up. You'll get bored in the midnight hours, all these things. So keep yourself busy, keep yourself involved with ministry, healthy stuff,
healthy friends.
Yeah. I think also, but what about the women's? I agree with what you said. And I promise you, it will happen when you least expect it, because I feel like that's how it happened to me, not looking, But then I know women that have waited for years and years and years.
Well, God's not done with him.
Or you.
I would just say continue.
Likely.
I'm like, do we want to go down there? Because I will.
I tell my ladies, the ladies from group all the time, just most of them are single, and I'm just like, girl, you pray on everything. You pray on any situation you're in, any kind of decision, pray. And then I said, in the midst of all that, pray for your husband, because your husband is on. I don't know if it's this year, next year, but you be specific in your prayer and pray for them. So
you can't pray for your husband when you don't have him. How much are you going to pray for him when you have him?
That.
So, yeah, I agree. He's not done with either one of y'all.
Yeah.
That's why he hasn't matched you up yet.
When I think of ladies that have been waiting for years, that is what I think of. Okay, God, what is it that you're trying to show her or grow in her?
That's good, yeah.
That you don't feel that she's ready.
Yeah.
And
what do I need to let go of? What am I holding?
Yeah.
What am I not healed from that I need to, it's a self-evaluation thing, because,
And the Bible does say God is a jealous God, so why would he give you someone if he knows you're going to dismiss him once you have that person?
Yes.
Or you're going to idolize your spouse more than you have a relationship with God. He knows.
He
knows you better than you know yourself, so be patient with the Lord.
Yeah. Don't be going to church and finding godly men.
Please do not go to church. See, here we go. Do not go to church looking for a man or a woman. Lord, no. You didn't find your man in church.
I was not looking for my man in church.
You weren't looking, but he was there.
He just happened to be there. And I was running.
She literally was running. She literally ran away from the church. Because she said, oh no, I was not expecting all this.
God.
But
to say that people really do come to church for that very reason. And that's the wrong reasons.
And don't come, like, these girls are healing, or men and women are healing. Like, what do you expect? Like, please.
I always tell my husband, because he will tell me, like, do you think they're coming for finding a spouse or blah, blah, blah? Like, I mean, we talk, like, we're husband and wife. And I'm like, the thing with going to church looking for a spouse, whether you're a man or a woman, you better be careful with that, because God is in there. And he's going to get a hold of you. Like, you may have come with a motive and those intentions, but God is going to grab a hold of you, and he's going to make, like, you're going to follow him. You're going to catch yourself serving. You're going to catch yourself praying more. You're going to catch yourself. Yeah, because God is in that place. Yes. So you may have walked in there looking for a bride, but you found God. So be careful with that.
And a lot of times we see people come and they have good intentions, right? They come because, most of the time people just come to church because they're having a hard time in life, right? So they're coming, they're receiving, they're healing, they're growing and learning, they start serving, and then they start to dabble in these kind of dates and interests and stuff, but then we see them fall away. Mm-hmm. Because now they're awkward, and now they don't want to be around this person, or it didn't work out, or whatever it is. Yeah. So they stop coming to church.
And be mature enough that if you're going to be mature enough to have the conversations and to go on the dates and pursue the things, be mature enough, like, hey, it didn't work out. We try to get to know each other. It's not working out.
But this is still our church.
Yeah, we go to church together.
Stay plugged in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That part. How do you handle criticism or judgment?
I don't.
I really don't care.
Criticism?
Well, okay, wait. Criticism, well, I don't care about the judging part. Like, I know who I am. However, criticism, it depends who it comes from.
True, it does depend on who it comes from. But I've taken criticism from people who can't hold sugar in their mouth. Like, look, you gossip, you lie, and you're sleeping around. Why are you talking to me about this? And I'm just being real, right? Like, from people who are doing dirt more than you are, and they want to criticize and correct me. Okay, but I've taken it with a grain of salt. However, I don't dismiss everything everyone says, because if they can see it, and your haters are going to be the ones to, like, point it out quicker, then that means everyone else sees something too. They're just not saying anything.
Yeah, I definitely, criticism, I take it with a grain of salt. Like, because, again, we're not perfect, and I'm not trying to be perfect, and maybe I'm being like that around you on purpose. No.
Yeah, she's for real.
But, what was the other?
Judgment.
Judgment? Yeah, I don't care. Judge me all you want. It's not going to faze me.
Yeah, I don't even think I think about that.
Yeah, when other people are judging you, like...
You don't know me like, you see whatever you see in surface level. You don't know me. So I really don't care you judging me, because I know who I am. And the people that I love and are around me know who I am and know my heart. So I really don't care. Not to offend anybody, but to offend y'all. I don't care.
Yeah, like, I don't have to explain myself.
Yeah, criticism, I do take it with a grain of salt, and it depends who it comes from. Like, if any of these ladies tell me something that I'm doing right, doing wrong, and criticize me on a situation or a conversation
and
that
really
I should
have those conversations. Like,
then,
we've all poured into each other, like, correction-wise.
Yeah, it's just not everybody. I mean...
Yeah. And some things don't even have to be so deep. I have, I'm not going to say who they are to me, but they used to, they used to criticize my makeup. And I'd be like, first of all, I don't wear a lot of makeup. But when I did used to wear, like, eyeshadow and whatever, they would criticize how my eyeshadow blended or whatever. And I'm like, this coming from someone who looks like a clown. Girl, like, you think you look good, and you're judging me because you don't think I look good. But that's personal perspective. Like, that's your opinion. And that's not, like, criticism like what we're talking about. Yeah, criticism is, like, not your opinion. Yeah. It should be based on facts, not that. But, that's what I thought of, because it's not always so deep, right?
Yeah.
It could be something so frivolous, like fashion, coming from somebody who thinks they are fashionable.
Yes, I was going to say something about fashion, because... sometimes people don't like how I dress, like, or like I don't dress up very much. You can catch me on a Sunday, and that's the best you're gonna get. Like,
and like, who cares?
but I have to be mindful of how my body is proportioned. So you're not gonna see me in a lot of things because I don't feel comfortable in that. Like,
yeah.
So
yeah, like a size 2 telling a size 10 what to wear. Are you kidding
no.
me? That looks good on you, but not. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm thinking.
That's criticism that we don't really care for.
Yeah, that's dumb. First of all, that stuff people should not care about is like that kind of stuff, surface stuff like that.
Yes.
But when it comes deeper, like public speaking,
yeah,
it depends on who it is. If you're a great public speaker and you do it often, I'm going to listen to you.
Yes.
I'm going to take your advice because obviously you're successful and I want to learn.
And if I know you're bringing me correction in an area that I'm struggling in, then I'm not really receiving it from you per se, but I'm going to ask God to confirm things for me because I already know that's something that I'm trying to work on, and you bringing it up is like a confirmation of something for me. So that's different too.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. And because people care for you. Like, they want to help. Some people are not gatekeepers. They want to help.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What is y'all's favorite Bible verse?
I got a lot of favorites. One that really stands out to me always, because my favorites are ones that like change something for me. That's why they're my favorite. But Hebrews 6:19, God is our anchor. Man, that changed my life at one point. And I was like, he is my anchor. Like, I guess I didn't realize how much I need to be anchored in him so I don't get ripped out. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what I was going through. It was deep. Oh, it was deep. It was church hurt. We haven't even had that conversation. Mm-hmm. But I realized you are my anchor. Yeah. My relationship is with you, not people. And people are just people, right? So, or a church. I'm not tied to a church, even though God called me to the church. You called me to a church. But yeah, that verse changed my whole perspective in that season of my life.
I think mine is, I think it's Esther, like 4:16. I'm not sure. I know it's in Esther.
It's in the book of Esther. I'm
not good with all the numbers and things, but it's that one where, so I love it, but it's like she's created for a time such as this. But when you go in, like, that's what everybody knows it as. But when you go and actually read it in the Bible, it is a whole paragraph about her being queen in that moment, and you were made queen for a warrior. So, like, it's a whole, like, it dives in deeper. So I love that part because for me, everything going in my life, whether it's hard, like sad, anything that I'm going through, I'm like, okay, God, I was created for this moment. Change. When I was going through getting married, moving, blending my family, that was hard. And I'm like, okay, I was created for this moment. Doing ministry, like joining leaderships and having groups and all this stuff, when it gets hard, I'm like, this is the moment for which I was created. Because all of the moments, God placed you there for a purpose, on purpose. So I have to remind myself, I was created for this moment. I was created for this moment. I was created for this moment. Like, don't forget who you are. Yeah. So I love that scripture.
One of my favorite scriptures my first scripture that I hold on to whenever I started my walk with Christ, or when I actually read the Bible, honestly. And it's very common, and that's why it stuck with me about in Philippians, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Because in the moments that before, I had to hold on to that. Like, I can do all things through Christ, all things through, like, and I was going through some stuff, and I was just holding on to that. And I caught myself on the operation table having Adeline. It was scary. I was scared. When I'm fearful, when I'm doubtful, anything, I repeat that scripture to me, like to myself. And when I was on the operation table, because I had a C-section, fear came into me. I was like, what the heck is happening? It was during COVID, all this stuff. It was even more overwhelming. Yeah. And then I kept on reminding myself, I can do this, because the verse. And that was one of the first Bible verse I memorized, and it stuck with me. And I always tell the girls this all the time: you can do anything through Christ, because he gives you the strength. And so everything the doubt, the fear, the unknown, I always say I can do this.
Yeah.
Through his strength, not my strength, but his strength. So I hold on to that. And it was funny because my daughter just asked me this probably last week. I think she was doing something for Mother's Day. She said, "What's your favorite Bible verse?" And she's like, "And why?" And I'm all like, "Interesting. Why are you asking this question?"
Yeah.
But it's something because I want her to hold on to that, you know. And I think it's Philippians 4 or something. I'm not sure.
I think what makes it our favorite is because we know we have to use it.
Yes.
It's not just our favorite because it sounds good.
Yeah, it's our favorite because what God is.
We apply it, and we know God's word is real.
Yes, very much.
I think we already did that question. But what does healthy communication look like? Is that?
Yeah, we have discussed this before, but let's discuss, because healthy communication does not involve you constantly playing jokes and cracking jokes with your friends or your husband or your kids. And what I mean by that is making fun of each other.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people think that's fun, especially men, like just cracking jokes at each other and making fun of each other, because I feel like then it gets serious. Oh, that's how you really feel about me?
Yeah.
So why
I don't think
joke?
anything should be said in a joking manner that you're not going to say in a serious manner.
Yeah, like they'll talk. I just see a lot of relationships like that. Like you just talk about each other, but you're joking.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm just joking, man. It really is not a joke. You're throwing a dig at your friend.
Them slugs is slugging.
Yeah, like I don't like that. We don't do that.
No,
I don't even think
we do that.
I don't even think I think of stuff like that when it comes to people, like how to make fun of them.
Yeah.
What the hell? That makes no sense.
When I think of healthy communication, I think like what Claudia mentioned earlier, like we have very good communication with each other, but a lot of it depends on like knowing when to have conversations, knowing each other, knowing
read
when,
the room.
read the room.
Read your friend.
You know,
read your husband.
Yeah, like if you're in the heat of it, now's not the time to have conversations. Like, just.
So, by the way, I know
hey,
you're mad,
you
but
just came in from cutting the grass and you're all sweaty and irritated and you haven't taken a shower. Let me let you know a couple things that have been on my mind. Like, no.
Yeah, let me tell you what's been irritating me.
Yes, like, but like when we talk about communication, yes, because when we talk us, we do know, like, okay, it's this date, this is going on. We're not gonna bring up certain things or have serious conversations, or we're going through this.
Not get offended because they're not answering.
Y'all are really good about that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
mindful.
things go over my head that I'm like, oh yeah, it is, da 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 da. But they're really good at remembering certain things about my life that I'm like, oh, they were already planning for me to have a bad day.
Yeah. Yep. But that goes to communication. Like that's how we communicate with each other.
Someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, if we're having a hard time, I'll text Vanjie because I know Claudia's going through school and testing and all these things. And I don't want to blow up her phone talking to Vanjie about, like, hey, what are you going to wear to prayer? Or what time do I need to be there? Or anything. Like, so I'll text her on the side because I'm not trying to frustrate Claudia. So just communication in general, like that, be mindful. Like
Yeah. Well, I was going to say something. People who say, I'm just honest.
Oh, yeah. I'm real.
Those conversations, I'm just honest.
I'm just real.
I'm just real. No, you're hurtful. You're real hurtful.
Yes.
You have to, your delivery. If your delivery is not empathetic to the other person, then don't say it. No one needs to know.
I hate when people say, like, I'm just keeping it real or I'm just being real. And I'm like, but you sound uneducated because you don't know how to communicate. So you're not really keeping it real. Like, you sound
and you're
ignorant.
being selfish. Just because you're being real doesn't mean that the other person needs to hear it.
Yeah, the other side. If somebody is...
And it's just your opinion, especially when it's just your opinion.
Yes.
Oh my God, that irks me so much. I just want to like take that reel and shove it where the sun don't shine, people. Shut up. We don't care.
Yeah, unnecessary communication. We don't care.
No.
Yeah, I won't comment because I'm still working on it.
I'm still working on her.
No, I mean, I've gotten a lot better.
She can do all things through Christ, including throwing hands.
I think healthy communication is having less of your opinion, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it just, whenever I say something, I'm all like, am I going to say, I process them, am I going to say it to help her or help the person, or am I going to do more damage? Like,
Yeah.
so I kind of go like, if I don't have nothing nice to say and she's already down, why would I bring more down? Like, I would try to encourage, you know, them, obviously in a graceful way and stuff like that, but also real, because you can be real and talk to them in a nice way, be more graceful, be more
merciful with your words.
Merciful, there you go.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like, if you're watching and you know me personally, you've probably received texts or phone calls from me where I'm very much keeping it real, but I am not disrespectful.
Yeah.
Same. And I'm not trying to tear you down.
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to end it here with this last one, because
it's already time, girl.
I love these episodes because it's interacting with you guys, and these are questions that are out there and nobody's saying, and probably you don't have that brother or sister, I mean, you don't have the sisters to talk to about, so we're here, so we love it. Thank you guys for participating, but
I think people are scared
to
sometimes,
say their own
like
opinion.
Or ask.
Yeah, and we will always keep it anonymous, guys. Don't worry about us like putting your name out there. We're not gonna throw you under the bus
or addressing you like, oh, I'm gonna send this in and they're gonna know it was me, and then we're gonna have to have a conversation about it, and no, like, just send it.
Yeah.
This says, what would you tell your younger self?
Oh, Lord.
Get it together, girl. Get your life together.
You know, I was talking to the same friend, and we were talking about, like, our younger self, you know, and when I saw that question, I was just like, we're not the only ones, or was it her that put the question in?
So Nicholas and I, on the way over here, we were having a conversation because he's doing some things with the youth, and they're doing a skit. And I was telling him, like, you know, teenagers really deal with all of those things. Some deal with one or the other, but some deal with all of those phases or circumstances in life. So then I started to share with them, because I don't share a lot of stuff with Nicholas and Abigail. They hear what they hear, right, but not like detail. So I was letting them know some of the things that I've been through, and I was telling them that I was very promiscuous at an early age, and Abigail was like, what? Freaking out. And they already freak out when I tell them I had boyfriends before Benny. They were like, Mom, you've been together since you were 14. Like, what? So I had to go a little bit deeper and tell them exactly how old I was. And I was 11, but I didn't know any better. And I grew up in an environment that it didn't matter. That's what you were taught, or that's what you saw, or whatever. So then I was sharing other things with them. And I was thinking, what would I tell them in that moment for them to understand, like, yes, these things happen with teenagers and youth and kids, but how to overcome it. Because what if they are going through something? I don't know it. And God's given me an opportunity to, like, say something, you know? Yes. So I took advantage of the situation and told them, but, you know, y'all have an opportunity to know who God is. You have godly people around you that you can go to, and I didn't have that. Yeah. So if I could tell my younger self something, is do it afraid. Yeah. Reach out even though you're afraid.
If you don't know who.
Reach out to somebody. Just say something. Open your mouth. Yeah. Talk. Do it afraid. Because a lot of times you're a teenager or you're young and you're just scared. You don't know what to do, where to go, and who to talk to. Yep. So do it afraid.
Because somebody's going to help you.
Somebody will help you.
Even if it's at school, even if it's
a counselor,
Yeah.
a teacher, another parent.
Go to a fire department.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You
And
find somebody.
even a friend. And so I make it a point to let them know, like, it's so important for them to know, even though we're close, if they were to reach out to them, they know not to tell me.
Yeah.
Or what to tell me. Like, if it's serious, okay, I need to tell her. But they're very confidential, and I trust them.
Yeah.
Versus,
what we're gonna pour into each other.
So I tell them, I give them a list of who's okay and who's not. Because let's be real, like, I don't want anybody. Yeah, I'm not letting anybody listen to my kids' problems. So I make it a point to tell them, like, they're safe.
Yeah.
So I would tell a teenager, younger me, do it afraid. Because I think there was people around me I could have trusted. I was just too afraid to say anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man. That's hard. I think I had my answer and you completely, like, switched it up. And I was like, oh, that's where we're going.
How this conversation had started with my friend, we were talking about, like, I don't know if I said it on here. I recently went back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that I don't need it for career-wise. I don't need it for anything but for my younger self. And she said, oh my God, like, I've been thinking about my younger self. You know, so whenever, that's how the conversation started, you know. And it's just, maybe I don't need what I'm going to school for anything. But it's going to heal I'm doing it for that younger Claudia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, and everything, and it's on my vision board too. Like, a lot of the things there, it's just doing it for my younger self, you know. And I don't know. I mean, I can go as light or as deep, but when I think about my younger self, I mean, she was, I don't know, lost, or like. I mean, obviously I was lost, but I don't know what I just keep on holding on. Like, I don't know, because that's something that I know it's too, like, surface level, but there was a time that I'm all like, I just wanted to end it or something like that, you know, like, and I don't know, I hope I don't get this video tagged or anything, but, you know, just.
Unalive.
Yeah.
They're okay with that word.
Okay, so sometimes I'm just like, it's gonna get better. Like, you're gonna get through it, you know, and
be hopeful.
Yeah, like, I think that's
what you would tell your younger self.
Yeah, and not to get too, because I don't want to get emotional or anything like that.
Yeah. You asked the question.
I know. I didn't think that as you were saying that. I'm all like, dang.
What thought I was gonna stay surface.
What am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know, just.
But we have teenagers. So
I think that's what makes it emotional, is because talking to your younger self also is you talking to your kids, like you said. Like, I'm talking to my younger self, but at the same time I'm talking to my daughter.
Yes.
Because that is a form of your younger self.
Yes.
Like, you know, I think if I could go back and talk, like, what was it, talk to your younger self, or what would you tell her? For
and
me,
at any point.
Yeah, like at what age, you know, like, you know, Layla's getting ready to go to college, and the other day, I'm over here like trying to hold my tears. I feel like I'm so hard on her. Like, you have a test coming up. Make sure you get to bed. Make sure you eat breakfast. Make sure you do this. When are you gonna go to study? And she's like, they pushed it back to what time? Why? So I feel like I'm hard on her, but she grew up with her dad and her sister, so she's looking at me like, girl, that ain't nothing. Like, she doesn't think I'm hard on her. And I'm just like, you don't understand. Like, you're the first one that's going to go to college. You worked your butt off for this. Like, this is the moment it matters. And so I'm constantly, like, I had to talk to her the other day, and I was like, I just want you to know, like, after you take the test, after you get in, after ACTs are done, after we celebrate that acceptance letter, I promise I'll lighten up. But right now, this is when it counts, because I was the first one in my family to go to college, and I didn't have help. My parents, I remember telling my dad I wanted to go to college, and the look on his face, like, I can't afford that. And so I was like, it's okay, I'll get scholarships, I'll figure it out, I'll make the grades, I'll apply to all these things, and I did. And he and my mom went and moved me in So to me, I'm like, I get it. I know what has to happen right now. So I feel like I'm like so hard on her, but at the same time, I just want her to know, like, I know what you're facing. Like, I understand it. But for my younger self, I think I would tell me that all the things that you desire, you deserve. Because I didn't feel like I deserved that. And when I went in through my first marriage and the abuse and not being able to have kids, all these things, everything that played a part in my life, I felt like God wasn't giving me my heart's desires because I didn't deserve them. But the truth is, God put those desires in your heart because he was already going to bless you with them. So you wouldn't desire them if they weren't a part of your plan. Yeah. So to my younger self, dream all the dreams. Chase all of it. Like, go for it. Go big, girl. Like, go for all of it because you deserve it. Yeah. And you're going to get it.
It was just in God's time.
It was in God's timing.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to end it with that.
Sorry.
Let me ask, because as soon as I thought about that younger self, I was just like...
No, we're still waiting for your answer, Claudia.
No, I already said it. I don't want to... that's another episode. Why don't we have an episode of the younger
Y'all
self?
see how she does this?
Yeah. Okay, so the next episode is going to be on our younger self.
And Claudia's guiding it.
Yeah.
And
she has to go deeper.
Let me see.
Like, what time is it?
I know. I'm good with... I mean, that's not a low. It's really...
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Let's leave them on that thought of...
Because, what would you tell your younger self?
Yeah, and because thinking of your younger self, how does that affect our actions now and our behavior now?
Yeah.
And what we're doing now?
I think your younger self does affect everything of you now. Yep. You know, like, because...
it shapes who we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for tuning in and participating and sending us these good questions. We had really good questions. There's still more that we can get into, but we ran out of time. So
we're actually having an episode about it.
Yeah.
We're not going to let her off the hook.
No, y'all don't either.
You got to tune in.
So, guys, thank you guys again for joining the couch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend. And if you didn't get a chance to get our little a question in, keep on sending them in through a message, through whatever it is out there, comment, whatever you want. If you send us a private message, we are keeping all of this anonymous, so nobody has to know it was you. So feel free to just submit the question, and I promise we won't say anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, we love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always being here on a weekly basis, because we do post every week. If you didn't know that, every week we post. And yeah, so don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. We are active enough. We
might go live.
Oh yes, we have got live. Maybe we can go live.
I was gonna say tonight, but this will already have aired, so you just never know.
Yeah. So go follow us, because we randomly go live whenever we're hanging out. And today is one of those days that we're hanging out. So, guys, don't forget that you're not alone.
You're not consumed.
Another is in the fire.
Bye, guys. We love y'all.